Bender directed the show.
When we were coming up for the script for this event, Trump is so easy to parody because he's like a puppet himself. He just says what he thinks. He's got so many things that are so easy to grab onto. Like, it's huge, it's fabulous.
It's fine, it's huge, it's huge.
I'm wondering, what is your stance on gay marriage?
Well, Rod, it took me some time to get there, but I am all for same-sex marriages, and I hope every one of your gay fantasies come true.
Hillary was definitely harder because she doesn't have the sort of go-to, she doesn't have a Sarah Palin voice that can be easily mimicked. Donald Trump just gives it all to us.
Marriage should be between a man and a woman. A beautiful, younger woman, usually with an accent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
So what was the start of this race to the bottom? Sorry, to the White House. This, the Federal Election Commission headquarters, is where the race officially began. On June the 22nd last year, someone handed in a paper in the name of candidate P80001571, Donald J. Trump. Hillary Clinton had filed her application 2 months previously. They joined a list of hundreds of other names. Amazingly, Trump's wasn't the most ridiculous. There's a whole raft of attention-seeking half-wits who thought they could become President of the United States. They include Ghost of Macho Man Randy Savage, Moose the Dog, Bippy the Clown, Sydney's Voluptuous Buttocks, and the Right Honourable Boris de Pfeffel Johnson MP, whose slogan was apparently, "Let's make America great, Britain again." Neither candidate was fresh to the fight. Hillary threw her hat into the ring in 2008 when Barack Obama beat her to the nomination as the Democratic Party's candidate.
I endorse him and throw my full support behind him.
The Donald first considered running back in 1988. Then he thought, if that's the right word, about it again in 1999, when in true Trump style he announced it live on a chat show.
So I am going to form a presidential exploratory committee. I might as well announce it in your show, everyone else does.
He was talked about as a Republican candidate for 2012, but Obama slapped him down at a Washington gala and Trump took his ambitions no further.
All kidding aside, obviously we all know about your credentials and breadth of experience. Say what you will about Mr. Trump, he certainly would bring some change to the White House. Let's see what we got up there.
Back then, it was a gag in an after-dinner speech. But no one's laughing now at the idea of a Donald Trump White House. Of course, there has been a celebrity in the Oval Office before.
Will you come and meet my father, Captain?
I'd be delighted. He in the government service?
Yes, I think he'll lose a job in the next election.
Oh, that's too bad. Say, he should be in the Army. You know, politics don't bother us.
Ronald Reagan was a winning combination of Hollywood glamour and 8 years of experience as governor of California. In 1980, he won the presidency by a landslide, elected on a rather familiar slogan.
We will make America great again. Thank you very much.
And he became a hero to the American right.
He was a lot more moderate and more of a pragmatist than a lot of people gave him credit for.
The former Senate Majority Leader, the Republican Trent Lott, was at Reagan's side.
He had a different background. He was sneered at by the media and by the establishment, this movie star of California. He could never be president of America. Probably one of the best presidents, top 5 in the history of this country.
Do you think that Donald Trump has the ability to be a Ronald Reagan?
I don't know if anybody could be a Ronald Reagan. Is there similarity with Trump? How would he really perform? Does he have credentials that maybe are the right ones for the moment?
Are you even sure that Trump's a Republican?
No.
How's he got the Republican nomination?
Because he has a message that has tapped into the concerns, fears, and anger of the American people.
So you'll vote Trump?
Trump, yeah, sure. And hey, look,
As the lesser of two evils.
I hate to put it that way, but, you know, neither one of them are very popular.
Ronald Reagan walked off the silver screen and into the White House. Donald Trump descended his golden escalator in the modestly named Trump Tower. But while Reagan launched a charm offensive, Trump was just, well, offensive.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people. I'm really rich. I'll show you that in a second.
And then something that no one expected to happen did. The man who started out as the jackass candidate began drawing the crowds. Turns out not being a politician wasn't a problem. It was his best asset.
I am so tired of this politically correct crap.
Larry Pratt is a conservative activist and heads the Gun Owners of America lobby group. What is it that Trump has put his finger upon that makes him electable, potentially?
The political class does seem to operate apart from the rest of the country. And I believe that's what he may be playing into, and why, with all his gaffes and with all of the other problems attendant with his campaign, he seems to be continuing to march toward victory.
One of his more spectacular gaffes, when he seemed to suggest that supporters of the Second Amendment, that's gun lovers, take a potshot at Hillary Clinton.
If she gets to pick her judges, nothing you can do, folks. Although the Second Amendment people, maybe there is, I don't know. But
isn't it embarrassing when you can